So today we're going to go right back to basics and we're going to learn how to record a very simple macro. So on the screen here we have a table which calculates the value of a fund at the end of a 10-year period where we earn compound interest and a different interest rate in each year. And we want to calculate this value at the end of this 10-year period for different values at the start of this period. Now I've already recorded a macro for this and I've assigned it to this button here. And now all I do to complete this table is just click on the button. There you go. Brilliant. And if I was to change the values in this table, let's say 12, 15, 7, and click on complete table, it just updates those values again. If I was to change the interest rate, 0.05, 0.01, 0.07, then I just click on complete table and it recalculates all of the end fund values for us. And it's an excellent way of automating your work and speeding up what you are doing on a day-to-day basis. So let's get cracking with learning how to build a macro that does this for us. So on the worksheet in front of us here, we've got a table which is calculating the value of a fund at the end of a 10-year period, where over each year the fund earns compound interest at a fixed interest rate. So the idea is that we put in the value of the fund at the very start of year 1 and it calculates the value of the fund at the very end of year 10. And if we just step through one of these rows, we can see that at the start of year 2, the value comes from the end of year 1. It applies a fixed interest rate and it gives us the value at the end of year 2. And that's just the value at the start of year 2 with the interest rate applied over the year. Now our goal in this spreadsheet is to use this setup to complete the table here. And we have a set of values at the very start of year 1 and we want to get the values at the end of year 10. The way we're going to do that is to record a macro. There are two ways that we can start recording a macro. We can use this button right at the bottom here, which is a macro recording button, or we can go to the developer tab and we can select the record macro button from here. Now, if you don't see the developer tab on your spreadsheet, simply go to the ribbon, right click and go to the customize the ribbon option on the drop down. When you click on that, it will bring up a customize the ribbon pop-up. And on the right here, we can see the main ribbons that are available. Just make sure that there's a tick in this developer box and that will bring up the developer ribbon. So if we uncheck that now, just to see what it looks like, we can see the developer tab is gone. And if instead we right click and go customize the ribbon and just put a check mark in that developer tab, we again see the developer tab reappear. So let's actually record this macro. We're going to click on record macro. We're going to give it a name. Let's call it calculate table. We're going to give it a shortcut key. Let's use Control and T. And we're going to store it in this workbook, and our description can be completes the table of funds at start and end. Okay, so very simple description. When you click on OK, we now see that at the bottom, this icon changes to a stop button. And on the developer ribbon, we now have a stop recording button just up here. While we are in recording mode, Excel will record and translate into VBA code all of the actions that we take in this workbook. So all of the mouse clicks, all of the keyboard button presses. And what we're going to do is one by one, we're just going to complete that table manually just once. We're going to record each of these steps, then we're going to stop recording and we're going to be able to rerun that set of steps. So we go to cell H2, we use Control and C to copy, then we're going to paste values, then we're going to recalculate with Shift and F9. We're going to go to E12, copy, and then we're going to paste values again. Same with the next cell in the table, and Shift and F9 to recalculate. So now that we have recorded our macro, let's actually see it in action. If we go to the Developer tab, we're going to insert a button. Let's just draw that button there. We're going to assign it to our calculate table macro that we've just recorded, and we're going to give it a sensible name. Let's call it complete table. Be nice if I spelled that right. Okay, we're going to click on save there. Then we're just going to remove our end fund values that we've already calculated, and we're just going to click on the complete table button. As soon as we do, we can see the whole table is repopulated again. What if we were to change our values? Same thing, we just click on the complete table button and it completes the table with all of our new values. And that really is it. That is how you record a macro. So let's have a quick look at the VBA code that it has generated for us. If we click Alt and F11, we'll open up the Visual Basic Editor. We can see within the modules for the project, there's a module called Module 1. If we double click on that, we can see that here we have a subroutine called Calculate Table, which has been generated. It's got a keyboard shortcut for us, Control and T, and it has the description that we have put in as a comment here. And we can see all it has done is recorded each of the steps we've taken for selecting a given range, copying, selecting a new range, and then pasting special as values. And then just repeating this again and again, and each time we are copying a new fund value, it is calculating the worksheet. And really that is it. It's very simple. It's recorded this VBA code for us. It's put it inside this subroutine, and every time we click on this complete table button, it runs through those set of steps. And there you go. That is how you record a macro. Very simple, very straightforward, but it can be used to automate a lot of your processes and speed up your day-to-day work.